Hello everyone, Princess Heaven here, back with some more BTD6 and continuing on with the color series. We did dark color towers. Now this time we're going to be doing red color towers, which include Inferno Ring, Preemptive Strike. I am counting this as red even though there is some black here. Trade Empire, looking pretty red to me. Center Path Ace is red, just ignore that Flying Fortress is enabled, that's definitely not red. Balloon Incineration, Ray of Doom, Wizard Lord Phoenix, and then of course Base Ninja is also red. Avatar of Wrath. Last but not least, Seer Mines. I am going to count this as red just because if I didn't, there wouldn't really be kind of a whole lot of options here. As well as the fact I don't think I actually include this in the dark color towers anyways. Of course, our hero is Gwendolyn because, well, she is fire, and this looks pretty red to me, or less her hair. The other hero I would want to use, I guess, would be Oben, the red Oben, but I don't really like Oben, so we're just not going to use him. So this is probably the reddest map I could actually find other than Infernal. Didn't really choose Infernal just because that map is kind of a bit too restrictive for this challenge, so I decided this would probably do better. Now, in terms of what we're going to be doing here, it's probably pretty simple. Trade Empire farming into Seer Mines, going on cracked 120 rounds. Let's see if we can do it. Now, this might not just be as simple as going for Trade Empire farming into Seer Mines, just because, well, there is water here, but it's not really a whole lot of water anyways. So we can't actually get a full 20 boats going. And not to mention, we don't actually have farm enabled. None of the farms are red, so it's not like we can actually get the bonuses from Central Market anyways. And you know, Trade Empire has been nerfed quite a lot in past updates, so this could prove to be a bit challenging. I dropped Gwen on round 12. I guess it doesn't really matter where we place her. Just put her here, I guess. I guess I can keep Cocktail right here. And I do believe Gwen also did receive a buff this update. I think it was to her damage over time, which should be coming nice here. Mid-game might prove to be a bit difficult because there's not really good mid-game towers here. I guess Summon Phoenix is our best option, but just Summon Phoenix alone isn't really amazing mid-game. Anyways, after saving up $1,000, I'm just going to remove this, and let's see if we can just get our first Merchant Man down. I think we should hopefully be able to. Alright, Merchant Man acquired on round 29. It's pretty good, pretty good. Let's see if I can try to squeeze one more in before the Moab. Probably not, so I'd probably have to get some Moab damage. Looking at the towers, not really sure what that'd be. I guess it'd be D-Breath. I guess we just have to use D-Breath to carry most of mid-game. The only struggle here is probably just going to be purples, but I think boats can pop all the purples before they become too much of a problem. And thankfully boat can already see camo, so it can handle 33 camos just fine. I think the next problem camo round will probably be 42 because that has camo rainbows, I believe. D-Breath acquired now. Also forgot 36 probably a problem camo round, so I guess we'll just have to go for bottom cross after that. And of course I forgot that Gwen actually buffs D-Breaths. Little pyromaniac icon. Not really something you kind of see too often, just because with your running wizards, you probably don't really want to run Gwen anyways, as there are definitely better heroes out there, but I guess it is cool if you ever do choose to run Gwen. And I think this buff also applies to Signal Flare as well as Tack, but I think Tack is just slightly out of range. Anyways, I'm feeling pretty confident for the Moab, so I'm just going to go for my second Merchantman. I could always retarget Cocktail if I need to. Put it right there. And throw it down just in case, and it didn't even seem like we needed it. Not really sure when I actually want to go for Trade Empire or favorite trades, as I usually only go for these guys in context of bosses. But I think we're kind of earning enough money that I could probably maybe go for one. And it seems like you can only fit 4 boats on this map. You can maybe do 5 if you do pixel perfect placement, but I guess it's fine. And it seems I actually didn't budget enough space for a sub, so hopefully I won't really need Preemptive Strike this entire run. As ideally, I don't really want to sell any of these, even though I do get increased sellback, I still do lose some money selling. Alright, so now that we got all these guys up into favorite trades, also I forgot to enable selling, so that's a rip. Now that we got all these guys up to favorite trades, I think I will save for Trade Empire right now. Hopefully I don't have to sell any of these guys to get Seer Mines late game. If so, that's just going to mean I have to restart from round 1. Trade Empire crowd on 56, pretty good pacing if I do say so myself. Not really sure what the first tier 5 I want to go for is. I think it might be Inferno Ring. I think I'll keep it in this spot, as I think Inferno Ring's main purpose is Moab damage anyway, so I guess keeping up front in the track is perfect. Now, are we good for BFBs is the thing. If not, might have to upgrade to Summon Phoenix. No, we're good. Absolutely shred BFBs there, but I think fortified BFBs are where we're going to start to struggle, so I guess I just will buy this preemptively, as I don't think we're going to be saving up 46k right now, especially since we can't sell 2 BFBs this round. I'm just going to use Sun Phoenix, just to be lazy. We are pretty close to Inferno Ring, not really as painful as to save up as I thought it was. And I think after Inferno Ring, I'll just kind of wait and see if I can actually go for Super Mine straight up. I think the next problem round is just going to be DDT rounds, so like 90, 93, all that. I was looking at it, our best decam, actually we have Signal Flare for decamo, which isn't too bad, although it might actually miss some DTs on 95. And we got Super SRAMs coming, which I think should be fine, honestly. Front Ring's not too bad against SRAMs, kind of decent. I guess Glen buffs are helping out a bit, which I guess gives 20% increased attack speed. Guess that's alright. Hopefully they do this to kind of more of the original 4 heroes, as I feel like the 4 OG heroes are just kind of meh. Oben especially, it's just kind of bad. Quincy I guess is okay, but I kind of would like to see some synergy with like crossbows and like dart monkeys. I think that'd be pretty fun. Anyways, I think I want to get Super Mines right here, putting it in the back so that way Super Mines just has time to accumulate spikes, just in case DDTs end up being an issue, which they might. Just do that fast there, and since the bombs expire at the end of the round, Super Mines may not have enough time to build up spikes before like DDTs just kind of run through. But at the pace we're going, it seems like we should be able to force Super Mines relatively soon, and ideally I would like to spend as little money as possible. Gwen is 20, which I guess is pretty cool. I feel like at this point, it's not really doing too much, only like 60,000 pops by round 88. Tack over here with 300,000, almost 400k. And then D-Breath is actually doing pretty solid considering kind of this late into the game. If push comes to shove and I can't actually force Super Mines, I could always go for WLP. That is a pretty good tier 5. I think the only difficult rounds would probably be 99 and 95, but with how much money we're making, I feel like we could probably afford Super Mines before those 2 rounds. And if I can't afford Super Mines before round 100, I'm not really sure what I would do. I guess the best thing I can do is can drop down a Panic Avatar Wrath. 94 here, a lot of ZMGs here. If anything make it past the Inferno Ring, kind of screwed. Inferno Ring's pretty cracked. And it seems like we can afford Super Mines kind of middle of 95, I believe. As long as Signal Flare can get all DTs. If not, might have to drop multiple. And 95's not too bad, thankfully, but definitely can afford this guy at 498, which is perfect. So I think we might struggle for that round. So I think at this point, it's going to go all in on support. So first thing first, Shattering Shells. Pretty good for defortifying BFBs, which should help out for this round. But I think Inferno Ring's just kind of good enough to where I don't think BFB is going to be a huge issue. And so far, it seems that nothing's really made to Super Mines. It's only gotten like 8,000 pops. Then round 100 should be easy. Super Mines is pretty good at single target damage. Hopefully it is, because there's no way we can actually afford Avatar Wrath, and I don't really have any good single target damage options. There is First Strike, but I was talking about DTs are actually kind of being kind of annoying. Some of them are making it to the Super Mines pile, thankfully not too many, but free play ramping could kick in quite a bit. Seems like this round the Super Mines definitely gonna be putting in a lot of work. Inferno Ring's kind of falling behind with fortified ZMGs now. Next tier 5 on the list, probably WLP. Then after that, if I can save for Ray of Doom, then that's a guaranteed GG all the way to 120. This round 106, actually DTs are making it pretty far. I just kind of want to see before I buy WLP. Thankfully I did put Super Mines in the back, so DTs aren't too much of an issue, but if we put it up kind of further, like I guess here-ish, definitely probably would have screwed that round. Let's buy WLP. Anyways, I think we should be better against DTs. The permanent Phoenix should help out quite a bit. This round, a lot of ZMGs. Definitely do think Super Mines is gonna have to clean up quite a bit here. I could always use WLP if things get scary. I'm actually have this guy kind of target camos, so he targets CETs. I think we're kind of fine against everything else except for fortified DMGs, but fortified DMGs are so slow that Super Mines has more than enough time or to break those down. 111 is a pretty dense round. I'm actually going to use WLP right now. Now, DTs might not be getting decamoed, so just to make sure they absolutely are. Actually, we'll get another one right here, just kind of up front. You know, I forgot that I think there's the new knowledge allows Shattering Shells to actually strip the fortification property off DTs, like you saw there. Forgot that was a change they did, so I kind of forgot what they do for Blue Incineration, because that was I'm pretty sure that was a Blue Incineration exclusive thing. Also, anyone else think that Blue Incineration should be able to defortify ZMGs? It can in battles too. I'm not really sure why it can't in BTD6, because the only round where that really would make a huge difference would be 97, where there's 2 fortified ZOMGs. And I feel like if you saved up enough to afford Blue Incineration in the first place with its like terrible mid game, then I kind of feel like you should be able to. Also, this round, I'll just use this immediately. Supermine's putting in a lot of work, 1.5 million pops. It actually did more than the Wizard. 119 should hopefully be a pretty easy round. If not, Bloonson is my lord and savior. Or I could actually go for AOW, which it seems like I might have to. We're gonna pop this first one, but I don't know about the rest. Now, I'm pretty sure 120 is a pretty standard round. I'll just buy this just because. And for the rest of the money, I don't know, ninjas. So that was that, beating BTD6 with red towers. Not really too difficult, thankfully. No selling didn't make too much of a difference there, but overall, not a bad challenge. Can't wait to continue over with the other color series. What color do you guys want to see next?